Well, hello everyone. So, for this video, I think the video presented itself in a very engaging way. It started with a lot of visual effects while keeping a good narrative. However, oops, excuse me. Sorry. I think that there were moments where, see if we can get to it. I think there were moments where there was almost too much text while also speaking at the same time. Like in this example over here, I think there was an overlap of speaking while also having all this information at once. I was trying to listen, but at the same time, I was trying to visually read what was going on. So I think that maybe just show the picture and talk about it without all the information moving and being so excessive all at one time. I think just keeping it more in a picturesque form, or just show the pictures and highlight where we wanted to have. I mean, in a sense, there was some highlighting happening. If you can find it, it's like right around here. Things were highlighted, but I just think there's too much speaking and I got very distracted while trying to listen. So I think that it was in some ways successful using the multimedia principle where it had visuals where it was engaging in what it was talking about and also showing examples of what it meant. And I got a good idea because I was unfamiliar about some of the certain terminologies of the twisting in space and other how they differentiate between each other. So these transformal ways of executing what he wanted to talk about helped in this sense. So I think that was good. And I think it was also successful. And the one way where it did fail was using an overwhelming amount of multimedia. It was picture plus visual plus auditory all at the same time. So it did get a little overwhelming. I got very distracted or I got delayed listening because I was still reading. So I had to actually go back into what was being talked about. I think for tough regarding this as an informational video, yes, I think it goes along a little bit on the lines of a PowerPoint, but it definitely touched base on the point. It went into the history, it went into the research, how it got there, and it showed a lot of great examples while staying engaging. Overall, I think it was a good video. I think I was also successful in the modality principle because it had a good way. Actually, no, I don't think it was successful. I think it was too overwhelming in some points where it was very fast and it spoke the images happened very fast and it was a lot of information condensed into very segments of the video. All in all, I think Tough would regard this as a somewhat of a PowerPoint, and I know that in the article, PowerPoints weren't perceived as a very good way of talking, and I think that in that article's regards, Tough would think that this would go along the lines of too much information, or maybe not too much information at once, a distraction. But overall, I got the context of what the point was. I got the context of the history, and it's good because it's a video that you can go back to. There's stuff that you can refer back to. So in a sense, I think that it was successful using multiliteries, but also not at the same time. That's where I think slowing down in some sections while also maybe not adding all three at the same time would have made it more successful.